There are people who think I'm crazy. Crazy is anyone who is completely blind, believing in a system that is 105 years old and has no change. This is the story they are telling your children. Imagine you left college and then you discover that Santa has just a creation of Coca-Cola. That the Easter habit turned into stew, and that the tooth fairy left a bill to be paid under your pillow and took your tooth away. This is kinda how people feel in the real world when they finish their studies and go to work for others or start their own business. When you go to school, you learn a lot in life. You learn to live in harmony with your colleagues, develop your social life, learn to respect authority sometimes. Learn that to be successful in life, you have to activities outside of the work environment, what we call homework. And you only learn few subjects that are useful for life. And I'm not condemning all the education system. I just believe it is wrong because it pays a lot of attention to things that don't count in real life. But teaching in the world does not prepare your children to real life. When you went to school, college, postgraduate studies, and so on, you learn about a series of subjects and things that you no longer remember. They force you to memorize textbook that taught you things like biology, physics, geometry, geography, and so on. A bunch of other materials that you never used in your life. After all, today you work in a psychology, accounting, law, you work as a company treasury, and the most you know about biology is that frogs don't throw milk. The problem is that school teaches students about this subject as if they were a byproduct for you make money in life. You got a good grade in physics, that's it. This genius will be something in life. But what if instead of teaching these things, school starts doing this? If instead of teaching geography, school taught you about geopolitics, from there you would have a general notion of the world's cultures, human behavior, and how consumer markets are formed within a certain region. The types of commercial possibilities and countries has due to its location in the world, its borders, its climate, or these beliefs of the population. This would give you an advantage in seeing the bigger picture when trying to choose a profession or even a place that you more similar to your personality to live in the world. Have you ever heard of geopolitics? So stay with me, enjoy this video. Sometimes I forget to ask this. If instead of teaching biology, school would teach about product development, so you wouldn't know if a plant is an angiosperm or gymnosperm. You don't know what you learned anymore, but you would know about how to build and sell a product in real world, the nuance that exists and make people see a product as irresistible, or even how to generate value in a person's life by delivering innovation and sustainability to them. I'm sure if you had learned this, you would be remember it today. If instead of teaching linear algebra, school would teach about long-term investments, Maybe you wouldn't learn about what a vector or linear transformations are, which doesn't make any sense in the real world if you are not a mathematician or physicist. But maybe you would learn that there are ways for you to invest money based on buying things, buying assets that have value, that will produce value in the future, and you would start investing when you were 11, 15 years old, and today at 35 you would already be a multimillionaire or achieve 100% financial independence. If instead of teaching cheap physics, the school would teach about accounting, so instead memorize the formulas with funny names that are used to calculate the speed of uniformly varied motion, you could understand that language of companies, accounting, the learning about cash flow, about income statement, and you would understand that every company in the world has a document that tells about their financial and assets health. It would be more interesting than the cheap physics we learn at school, but it would certainly be more useful if instead of teaching story, especially the stories of moments that didn't change the world much, the school taught about the future of money. I have nothing against story. I think historical moments defines who we are as a society. But knowing about the future of money, about the new possibilities that they are emerging, about the economic moment we are living in, this has much more influence on your future than the past. Imagine that you are watching me now and you're around 30 years old or more. If someone had told you back in 2007, when you had just entered the 30th year of high school, that we were living in an unprecedented moment in history, and that the internet was becoming the biggest source of money on planet Earth. In 2007, if you open a store selling plastic bags on the internet, you would become rich. Why? Because the internet was just grass, and whoever arrived first drank clear water. If instead of teaching cheap chemistry, would teach about subconscious and model of money. If you are not a chemist today, then I don't know what you do with the information that ketone is a carbonic compound with 3 carbon atoms and saturated chain. However, if you had learned since childhood that you have a part of mind that is called subconscious, and that everything about how you really are is recorded in it, your habits, your addictions, your relationships problems, the amount of money you can give in life, how much money you will earn in life, I bet you could do something for yourself and your future, especially financially, and it would certainly change your life a lot. What if the curriculum included subjects such as marketing, negotiation strategies, algorithm and programming classes, time management, career management, leadership, personal finance, and about the world economy? Do you think that you had learned all these as a teenager, or just 10 years ago your life would be like is today? I can teach all of these to your children while they are still young, and provide a complement to their education in a fun and informative way. But first, I need this channel to grow. I need people to buy this idea that education can be revolutionized. I want you to talk to your friends who have young children. Did you see that there is a crazy person waiting the revolutionized education in the world? I don't believe him, but I'm watching some videos and seeing what happens. Then you send this video of mine and say in the comment, I thought this video was a bit exaggerated, but I decided to share with you. This name of crazy guy is Danilo Leão de Souza, and this is Ranigans.